Here I would like to speak about a photo that somebody took, and that photo is really close to my heart.
Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
Well, my name is Navneet.
How may I call you?
Oh, you can call me by any nickname. Oh, you can call me Nav. That's what's best.
Oh, yes, Nav. Have you visited a farm?
Yes, basically, I belong to a farming family, and on a daily basis, I visit a farm, and I can say I'm very friendly to all my farms because my farming is an activity that I really like to the most. And of course, my entire family it is in farming, so I often visit farms.
Okay. What kind of farm do you like?
Well, there are plethora of farms in this 21st century, and also because of the science and technology equal developments, there have been so many farms which has originated. So, well, there are many farms, but I like most of the orchard ones, and of course the fruits and vegetable farms because I feel like I'm more friendly to the nature. So these are kind of farms that I really like the most, and which are something close to my heart.
Okay. Do you think farming is important?
Oh yes, I really think that farming is really important as it feeds millions of people around the globe, across the world, and this is the only activity, and we can say occupation too, as it provides the employment to number of people, to you can say the tremendous number of people. So I feel farming is really important. It's crucial, basically.
Okay. Did you do farm work when you were young?
Oh yes, of course. As I mentioned earlier, that I belong to a farming family. So when I was just a kid, you can say when I was just 5 or 6 years old, I used to go with my father to farm to visit the farm, all kind of what's happening in the farms, and not only in childhood, not only when I was a youngster, but of course when since my childhood to now, I have been into this. I've been visiting my farms on a daily basis.
Your 1 minute is over.
Okay.
Now you can start.
Oh, sure. Here I would like to speak about a photo that somebody took, and that photo is really close to my heart because that's a photo that when I was in class 10th, I went to Rupnagar. It's basically a city in Punjab, Riyal. So it was basically I was already a person when I was in my school life, and of course I am yet to. So I was in NCC cadet, and basically there was a camp of 10 days, and in that camp about 600 cadets were there, and out of those 600 cadets only one cadet to be selected to be as the best. So I was really encouraged and motivated by my father, by my mother, by my brother, sister, everybody in my home, and of course all the family members. They encouraged me, of course, and my NCC instructor, Miss Rifin Sidhu, she instructed a lot to me to how to achieve that goal, that desired goal. So I just really worked really hard. I mean, it was like sweat on the brows. I just I performed really well at that. Just to achieve that goal which I desired of. So I eventually, after so much of hard work, I got that prize, and a photographer with Colonel Manjinder Singh. When I was getting the prize from Patiala CEO. The former name is of the Colonel Manjinder Singh, who was the colonel of Punjab. So that photograph was took by many of my companions also, and of course with the photographer we took it. So in that photograph, I was getting honored by colonels and of course by army officers, just to ensure that okay, this is the photo that I really like a lot, and I'll just keep this. I will preserve this photo till my death. I would have attached this much extent to my photo that I really love it to the next level. And of course, so I would like to speak here about the importance that that photo has to me. Basically, that's a photo that I have framed in my room, and I have just framed it with a lot of flowers, because that is something by which I feel like merciful and all that stuff. I feel aesthetic pleasure because of the hard work I put into to get that I got. So as a memory, just as a to add a memory and to my all the achievements, I have kept that photo in my room as framed. So that's the photo that that really inspires me a lot, and also tells me how hard work did I put when I was just in class 10th. And also in my future perspective, I feel that will keep inspiring me to get as much as I can, to get as much as I can achieve. So yes, that's all about this KOLKATA.
Okay, very good.
Oh, thank you.
Now the next part is follow-up questions.
Oh, sure.
Do Indian people like to take photos of themselves?
Oh yes, even not only Indians but all the people across the globe, across the world, wide, they just really like to take photographs. Even in fact, in this 21st century, everyone has the technological gadgets. So not only Indians but all the people across the globe like to take photographs. And of course, well, it's hard to generalize the taste of people. But yes, as for my perspective, because I'm also Indian and I really love to take photographs at every moment, just to capture those little bits moments that we had with, you know, it can be with our family and it can be with our friends. So those are the little pleasures that we capture in those little memories in the form of photographs. So of course, I feel across the globe, all the people in this 21st century like to take the photographs.
Okay.
Yeah, and also just to add up as a and just to get rid of this humdrum of life and this hectic schedule life, all of them just feel as an aesthetic pleasure of taking photographs.
Okay. My next question is, what kind of devices people like to use for taking photos these days?
Oh yes, that's a very good question, because in this 21st century, as we know that science and technology has given their immense towards these technological gadgets. So there are plethora of technological gadgets in this worldwide, in this 21st century. So basically people use maybe of course the cameras, but I feel cameras in these days are basically the traditional ones, as everyone has their phones and their smartphones. So I feel in smartphones, because that smartphones are easy to carry and these are really convenient to get. So I feel all the people nowadays they just like to take photographs through smartphones basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do some people like to delete photos?
Oh my god. Yes, there are plethora of people, they every day they take basically maybe just like 15 to 20 photos every day, because that's what I do. So sometimes what can happen is that basically any of the photos in which they feel they are not looking good, or there can be some other social aspects too, just because of their dress. Oh my god, what he have wear again, okay, what I have wear. So just because of these social aspects and these small moments that people do not like in their photos, so that's why maybe they just delete.
Okay, my last question is,
Oh sure.
Why do some people like to keep photos?
Yes, basically, as I earlier mentioned, that due to the there can be plethora of reasons why they keep, but to capture the memories of their the eminent moments that they have captured with their families and their friends. So just to capture those little bit memories, I feel they keep the photographs. Even I have the photographs since my childhood. Even my father used to click the photos, but nowadays I used to do. Basically, I also used to do, but nowadays I'm very keen towards taking the photographs and to just capture as the memories of those little pleasures that we had. People used to take photographs, and of course nowadays also they are taking the same.
Okay, now our interview is over.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.